Hey guys, welcome to one of our final panels for E3 2018. In this panel, we are retracing the steps to make Journey. Maybe some of you guys heard of that game, maybe some of you guys haven't, but it's a critically acclaimed indie game from
That Game Company.
That Game Company, literally a company called That Game Company.
Yeah. The creative director is Genova Chen, and they made games like Flow and Flower and Journey are their pretty much the three most popular games that they've made.
Yeah, I believe they're creating a new game on iOS.
I can't remember what it's called.
Can't remember the name, but we'll get into that in a bit. But wow. This is probably one of the best panels that I've seen during this conference convention. Just hearing about their development process, and how they describe the whole thing. It clearly was a labor of love, and they weren't really sure how this game was going to play out in the beginning. They had these lofty ideas of, it being a game about life, but it wasn't quite tangible yet. I believe the art director mentioned when Genova pitched the idea to him that he did it on like a PowerPoint with clip art.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so did you get their full name? I got their... Okay,
yeah, I got their full names.
Yeah, so...
So Matt is the art director that I'm talking about. Matt Nova.
Matt Nova.
Or I'm sorry, Matt Nava. Okay. Nava. Yeah.
And then there was Robin Haneke is the executive producer.
And Austin Wintory
was the music.
Yeah.
And the panel was hosted by Jordan Vogt-Roberts. He's the guy that made the newest King Kong movie, Kong Skull Island. And he's the one that's supposed to be making the Metal Gear movie. So he hosted it. And of course, Genova Chen was there, who is the creative director and the founder of That Game Company. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's kind of hard to talk about this. I just recommend actually watching that panel. I mean, once the link is available, I think I'm just going to put it in the YouTube description.
Definitely a must watch for any aspiring game developers or designers, or I don't know, people who just want to get into the game industry in general.
It's just an incredible story of just a bunch of people that are just starting out, really. And they keep, basically, long story short, this is one of the best video games ever made. Hands down. It's a masterpiece. And it's life-changing experience. You can complete it in 3 hours. It's available on the PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's really about life. And that's the thing. That's how Genova Chen was talking about it. It's about experiencing life from beginning to end. And the struggles that you face during so, and the people that you might meet along the way. And the connections you might make, and connections you might lose. And it really is that lofty, and it's kind of hard to imagine how you can experience that in 3 hours, but you do. And it's just incredible to find out, what happened in the development process of that game.
Yeah, I had no idea how much this development studio was struggling to get this game out of the door and just make something that they were proud of. Was it Robin Haneke was saying she was just happy that this game got shipped, right. And that was a victory, and it was something that they were proud of, and all the accolades and awards that they got. It's just extra. And
so basically, to sum up, basically towards the end of development, they're running out of money. Everybody gets pay cuts, and then they're getting half pay. And then by the end, the head people, the founders, they didn't take any pay at all. They didn't take any profit. And so they're running out of money. Genova Chen finds out that he might have brain cancer Matt, the art director, gets hit by a car. And they realize that once the game ships, on that day, they're going to have to lay everybody off in the studio. And they don't know how to end the game.
And
Like, that was happening, like, right at the end. And just basically, the way they describe it is everything came together in, like, a couple of weekends.
everything came together kind of by accident, too. Like, the music director,
Yeah, that's interesting. By
was it,
right.
Austin Wintory, he was describing a friend coming in to play test the game in Robin's office.
Yeah, because they knew it wasn't working, but they couldn't
Yeah.
figure out why.
And like, so his friend came into Robin's office, and he played through the entire game, and they were still trying to figure out the ending. And spoilers, like when you end the game, your character falls to the floor,
And it insinuates that he died.
and then the screen went white. Thing is, that actually wasn't the ending. There was a scene after that, but the game just crashed.
Yeah.
and the guy, and was it Austin's friend who was playing the game was like, and he was just in shock for like 10 minutes, and he was like, "This is the most awesome game ever made." And then they were like, "Well, that wasn't actually the ending. The real ending is when they, like, you know, the character goes to heaven or something, and it's like a nice cutesy like party time at the end." But and he was like, that's kind of lame. I don't really I don't understand that ending. And from a game crash, they were able to
piece together to
yeah.
make it more ambiguous. You know?
Yeah, and they discovered that that's what people wanted. People wanted it to be kind of an open-ended ending, you know?
Man, there's just so much we could talk about in this.
Yeah, like even I could even talk about like Robin, how she
was coming off of the hype, and quitting her job, and landing a relationship right before being hired for the project. And she could have worked on Destiny, but instead decided to work and take a pay cut and work at that game company to make this game. Mm-hmm. It's like you hear like the full story of almost like how a band came together. And then how they had to like leave each other because they ran out of money. Like, that's what it. And you know, Jordan Vogt Robert said that like this is the first time they've been together in like on stage in like 5 years. You know, like that's pretty sad. You know, and kind of incredible. You know, like even though that game company still exists, I guess like that batch of people just had to be let go and find other jobs at the time.
Yeah.
You know, just you gotta watch it. Like we can go on, but I feel like we can't say it as well as they said it themselves.
I mean, it's just so inspiring to me because you know, especially in our industry, like we deal with tight deadlines all the time, but this is like a complete like work of passion, and like even though like all this bullshit was happening to them, like pay cuts, founders not being paid, and
thinking you have brain cancer,
people getting hit by cars. Like we still gotta pull through and make this thing because we love it, and I don't know that.
And then knowing that once it's shipped, you're all gonna have to leave each other.
Yeah.
Like, I can't imagine, like, I want someone to make, like, a documentary about this, like, or a movie about this. Like, that's such an incredible story. I mean, basically, they ended the panel with almost everybody, like, in tears, you know, like, teary-eyed, you know? And, yeah, play Journey. If you've never played it, play it through once. You could get it, again, on the PlayStation Network. It's probably, like, $20.
And when I say spoiler alert earlier in the video, please skip. Oh, you know this. Never mind.
Because it's ambiguous. Also, like they said, that they leave it ambiguous. It's basically your journey of life to death, though. Yeah. But just go through it, man. Like at least once in your life. I know.
Make it worth it for them.
Yeah, and a couple of years ago, like I had Axel play through it.
Yeah, and I was like. And you were like, you could just play it here. And I was like, the whole game? You're like, yeah.
Yeah. But that's the thing. You kind of want to. Like, you don't... and that's another thing, too. It's you need to, like, lay out the time to do it straight through. Like, don't like stop if you don't. If you can, you don't want to have to stop in the middle. Just play it from the beginning to end. Just take like 2 or 3 hours to do it of your life. And I mean, people have like compared it to like being on ayahuasca. You know, like it kind of allows yourself to kind of impose your own life into the game and find meaning. And it's just one of the most beautiful gaming experiences you'll ever have. And watch this panel after you play it, and you'll get even more emotional knowing what went into
Please watch
making this game possible.
Yeah. Our reaction video doesn't do it justice.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But I guess we'll wrap it up here. Be sure to check out our other videos, our other E3 coverage. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell. And as usual,
NYC.
Geek out.